I've just been waiting to do this interview. No, no, just enjoying your conversation. Right? You know, just a bit
Oh, we
of,
can listen, man. We can talk. We've been talking for 4 years.
We
You
can
gotta,
talk.
You got to do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
you know, I'm a radio presenter. You know, I can do just the same thing. Okay. So, right. So, who's who then? Tell me, please. Right. I know that I'm supposed to be interviewing Farhan, Sanam, and Ali,
Right.
and
Yeah.
we've also got two other people on. So, please tell me.
Well, you
Gentlemen,
one who
So
is
that is Osama, the guy who looks like a rapper. And my name is Usman Mukhtar.
I play
He looks like a
Umroayyar.
superhero.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're all playing superheroes. I mean, it doesn't really.
Osama
Not me.
and
Thank you
Osama
very
plays.
And so basically,
Osman
we're
is
the
the
good
Umroayyar
side, and
and
Farhan
Osama
is
is
the
Shah.
bad side.
So Usman is the hero, yeah?
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Or he
We're
all
pretends to be.
actually.
Right, right. You know,
Yeah.
God, I gotta tell you something before we start the interview. I gotta
Yeah.
tell you this. You know, when I first heard about Umroayyar, it reminded me of my childhood. When I was a kid growing up in Pakistan,
Nice.
I used to save money and buy Umroayyar stories.
Right.
Okay?
We all
Little
did that.
stories. You know, when I was like 7, 8, you know, चौथी पांचवीं जब पढ़े थे हम, तीसरी चौथी पांचवीं जमात, उन दिनों
Yeah,
की बात.
yeah.
And we used to swap stories, you know, with other kids in school, and तुम्हारे पास ये है, you know, I'll swap you this with this, and you know, to think that the film is being made, I'm so excited. Honestly, not a lot of things excite me. I've been in broadcasting for like 30 years, but this one has really got me riled up. I'm actually going to London tomorrow for the preview. I live in
Oh,
Birmingham.
that's good to hear, Anjum.
Oh, beautiful. I
Yeah,
lived in
man.
Birmingham. I lived in Birmingham for a while.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, in Hillsowen. In Hillsowen.
Wow, that's not
Yeah.
too far. I'm in Solihull.
Oh,
I'm-
but I went to school in Birmingham. It was a little private school called West House. So yeah.
oh
So
wow,
somewhere there's a Brummie that lives in me and is
A
well
Brummie,
and alive. Yeah.
no, you'll have to come down. You'll have to come down and meet us, guys. You know, so this is interesting, right? Okay, so yeah, so this is now being recorded. I mean, I think I'll start off with Usman first. Usman, so what got you into this lead role? Then what inspired you to actually become Umroayyar, if I can put it that way?
I still have no idea. I was one day sitting at home. I get a call from the director. I was 30 kgs overweight, and Asfar calls me up. It was peak COVID.
Don't say you were
I-
30 kgs overweight. Just say that you were happy, man.
Yeah.
I was
You know
happy.
something, I'm going to
I
ask him, right, how he lost that 30 kgs, because that's my issue as well right now.
I was playing Red Dead Redemption and enjoying my brownies, and I got a call from Asfar, and he said, "Oh, I want to pitch you a project." I was like, "Oh, what is it?" He's like, "I can't tell you over the phone. You'll have to come to the office." So I go to the office. They think Usman Mukhtar is coming to meet them. I show up and they don't recognize me. And Asfar is like, again, because I have this issue. But yeah, he then told me that he was doing Umroayyar. I just said yes. I didn't know what role they were offering me. I just said yes. And then later on, Asfar told me that he wanted me to play Umroayyar. I was like, have you seen me? I look like I ate Umroayyar.
Did you have this?
Oh, bro,
then-
you ate.
It
You ate in a
really-
different way, my brother.
Feeling.
Yeah.
Killed it.
So, but then, yeah, and then they told me the story, and I asked him. I said, because when he explained, like when he narrated the script to me, I asked him who's going to play the bad guy, Lakka, because it's a really well written, well thought out character. And I asked him, I said, who's going to play Lakka? And he's like, Farhan. And at that point, I was sure that they're trying to prank me. But then, I mean, it got made. It's been 4 years, and yeah, I mean, I still don't know why me. But I guess, I mean,
It's gonna be
it's
interesting.
too late now.
Usman, it's gonna be interesting. I've seen the trailers and they look absolutely amazing. I mean, there's so many effects in there as well. So many effects, and it looks like a Hollywood movie.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, again, the entire team has worked really hard. Like the VFX artists, these kids have worked for like on these VFX for like I think 18, 19 months non-stop.
Non-stop, yeah.
And then these wonderful actors that I can see right now on my screen, they've worked really hard, and I got to learn so much from these guys.
That's amazing.
Not Osama. Osama taught me how to rap, but
Usama, tell me what you do in the movie.
So I play the younger brother of Ali's character, Maz.
Yeah.
My character's name is Cheyenne, and it's interesting because our big bad, our Lekka, he needs certain blood from certain people. So I just so happen to be one of those unfortunate ones that went out, off screen, went rogue, and got captured, and and then avoiding any spoilers, blah 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 blah. So yeah, I
Yada, yada,
I basically
yada.
play. We are from the warrior bloodline. Me and Maz, me and Ali's. We are the last of the warriors, basically.
Wow. And
Part of the sound.
yeah, Sanam. So tell us then. What about yourself? What about your character?
My character, I'm one of the Ayyars too. So we're like a clan of Ayyars that have different superpowers, and we come from different backgrounds. So we have the leaders, the warriors, the knowers, the seekers. I play Manzar Sahibai's daughter, and we are the knowers or the seekers. We see visions, we have premonitions, we kind of use our aura force field. So that's my superpower. And we all have to work.
Sorry, you mentioned Ayyars. I'll tell you for the benefit of our audience here in the UK, because a lot of people are going to be thinking Umroayyar that's his surname. So explain to us Ayyar, the word, what it means. I know. I'd like to hear it from yourself.
And Ayyar is. Oh, sorry, son, you go.
No, Ali, no, not me. You go first.
And Ayyar, basically, Ayyars were bishops that worked under the king back in the days, back in the Mughal era. And
no, actually, in this case, in this, what he's asking is the meaning of Ayyar. Ayyar actually means a very clever and very cunning
warrior.
person.
It means a clever person. Ayyar is quite cunning, quite
Like
clever.
from a if you want to take it in a positive connotation, it's smart.
Yeah,
he's wicked. I would say if you say something in Boston and which is wicked smart. He's wicked smart.
Wicked smart.
Right?
I think that's a really good way of explaining it.
In a negative connotation, he's cunning. Right? I mean, all of that lives within Umroayyar. He can do whatever needs to be done. He can be cunning and he can be wicked smart. So,
right. And Sanam, you said that your character, you're part of a clan, is it? So do you want to just continue with that of other Ayyars, other smart, cunning people?
The people who are, we're Ayyars. So my superpower is I can't really fight as well as Maz can, and I don't have the power of the Zambil that Umroayyar has. But I have this force field, this aura force field, which can protect myself and others like a shield. And I can, if they need a location, I'll be like, okay, mujhe wahi aati hai, visions aati hai, foresee something. So we all have to collaborate and work together to accomplish the mission, because without one or the other, we're kind of a bit handicapped. So that's where Meena comes in. And I hope there's room to explore Meena more later in the future, to know her past, to know who her parents were, what lineage she comes from, what she can achieve in the future. So the doors are open to all these possibilities.
Right. Okay. And Farhan, you're the big baddie in this, and I was gonna also ask you about your character. Before I do that, you're no newcomer to cinema, are you? Tell us a little bit of a background, please.
No, I mean, I've been very fortunate. I've had the opportunity to work in Pakistan and a lot in the US. And you know, I mean, it's been a really beautiful ride. I mean, I've been able to balance between film, theater, and stage, which is a very hard balance to achieve.
Yeah.
So that's all of that has been beautiful. I've also been very fortunate to work in some really big fantasy movies and fantasy universes. So given that, it's been a great ride.
And he's one of
from
the
that.
few. He's one of the few and only South Asians to just be on Broadway, my friend. Let me tell you.
Yeah. So I
You
mean,
seem
yeah,
humble
again.
about
So I
it. You
mean,
didn't
I've
mention
been
it.
very blessed. I've been very blessed.
He's
But that
okay.
blessing to me, the crown jewel of that blessing is that I can bring it. I can share what I have learned with the Pakistani film industry, and also learn from the Pakistani industry of how it works and what is important to it. So to me, being able to do this was a beautiful crescendo in a way, where I could bring like what I've learned and what I can learn to the same point, and then also having a story like Umroayyar, which, as you said, for some of us, it's so sacred. It's so such a you know a thing in our lives. So to create this character, which is really not part of the known universe of Umroayyar, right? He's a bit of a hybrid, and that's how the character is, even in the story that we tell. He's a hybrid. He's a human who's trying to possess powers. So I think to take all of that, find the theatricality in it, and yet try to find some way to access the audience and the viewers to whom we're telling the story is a beautiful challenge. And I hope that challenge is met on a personal level. I know the story meets that challenge, but the rest, as far as I'm concerned, I really wanted to find that bridge and find that accessibility of my past, which is the work that I've done, and also Umroayyar, which is also my past, and then find a bridge. And how do we communicate that to the next audience, or the next generation, or the next army of viewers?
I think it's going to be fascinating to see. What was it like working with Asfar Jafri, the director?
Oh,
I think,
it was
look, I mean, I
horrible.
think Asfar is
Oh my God.
such a
Hated
huge
him on set.
talent.
He's a snob.
And you have to also get through his sense of humor, which is very dry,
Yeah.
which is, but what I will say about him is that, look, I mean, here's a man who's helming a whole new genre, and it's scary, to go into that. But he did it with such calm, with such sense of humor, with such grace. Yeah. Did we at times butt heads? Yes, and we should, because it's a creative process, and we're all trying to do the best. But the beautiful thing about him is that he's not one of those myopic people who only go, my way or the highway.
Highway.
He is very inviting. He's very considerate of. So from my perspective, beautiful creative man.
Excellent.
Because there were so many avenues to make mistakes, and trial and error on so many things, and he was open to so much improv and input, and it was really, that collaborative process is what you need.
Well, this was my next question, because on this set sometimes you have to improvise at times, and thought I think when you're actually in the character, the director might say, actually, I'll keep that. I like that. So were there any moments like that, Ali, for you?
I mean, literally the whole film, man. I don't know what I'm doing. But no, truthfully, there are, because I think the magic was that there was a very locked script that we had worked with, because we had done rehearsals and worked with the writer on the script, and sort of made our suggestions early on, because when we were going into the filming, we had already trained and we were ready, and it had to be kind of quite locked, because a change means changing a lot of stuff in the VFX and changing a lot of things.
Oh.
So there were a lot of fun improv moments right there, which I'm really glad that Asfar let us keep. Like some of the comedy, some of the lighter moments between the Ayyars, even during the fight sequences, and even in some of the real juicy heavy bits, which I don't want to give away. There's some really interesting little moments that Asfar just let it go, let the camera roll, and let it happen, which I think is true for all of us. And we're grateful because he was really, truly a collaborator on this. He was not. He was captain.
I'll give you a beautiful example of it. There's a scene in there where I just appear at Usman's place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean at
Umroayyar.
Yeah, I mean, but that shows the beautiful confidence of a director.
Yeah.
That he let us do what we wanted to do. You know, that shows a lot of trust, and that shows a lot of confidence as an artist to go, you know what, let's just play. Let's not worry about, you know, I mean, that's a beautiful thing.
There's a training.
I'm sorry, Sanam.
There's Sanam, you going to say something? Sorry.
Brownies.
The brownie. Sanam, you were going to come in there.
That's what Farhan was talking about. I was talking about a scene where not just Asfar, but even the co-actor was not like, oh, you're ruining my moment, my face. Like he sneers face and the actor to allow it and go with it. I think that's also really important.
I think I want to add into that too.
I think Asfar is a snob and he trolls you a lot on set.
I'll mention that.
Honestly, Anjum, I have to tell you that I think besides Umroayyar's magic, the biggest magic was the set of this film. I promise you. Yeah. It's a magical thing. It's a special thing to have that. The camaraderie and the magic between the actors on the set was next level. I swear to God. Every scene, everybody just played. Nobody had ego. It was fun. Everybody believed, you know, otherwise we're just, you know, a bunch of crazy people standing in costumes on a weird sandlot. Like what's happening?
And
but
where was he shot?
It's that belief and that camaraderie.
Shot? Yeah.
Sorry,
it's shot in Rawalpindi.
Really? In Rawalpindi?
Absolutely.
The entire film.
What factory was it? A timber factory?
Yeah,
factory.
Where they
it's an old factory warehouse that they made into multi-layered sets.
Okay.
Which are fully constructed sets. And then there's green screen added to add depth and other things. But there's fully like Lakka's layer is a full thing. The Ayyar's layer is a full thing. With stained glass and the works.
Yeah.
Well, definitely looking forward to watching this. I'm just getting prompts now from the guys saying we need to try and wrap this up. I'm going to come back to you now. Usman, now Umroayyar, and Farhan and I would agree on this. There was many stories that we read of Umroayyar, and they were absolutely thrilling. I think this could be a start of something, you know, after this, and I'm sure it's going to be very successful. I really am very, very sure, just looking at the trailer, just based on my experience. Do you think there's going to be sequels, different parts, different stories?
I mean, we really want to do sequels. Yeah. I don't, like, me and Ali are like, we're like fanboys.
Big time.
And even Osama, like
Me too.
We live off like the sequels and like prequels and
oh, wow.
you know, one of my this is nothing. Osama has like just poster. I have like Action Comic #1. That was the first ever edition where Superman was introduced. So we've grown up with this kind of stuff. So we'd love to do a sequel.
I feel Anjum has also pulled up something from his wall.
You know,
going to show us something.
Ali, I was reading something about you. You and I have got a lot of things in common, right?
Oh.
And one of them is this.
Oh, Abbey Road.
I'm a huge John Lennon fan, Beatles fan.
I'm a crazy John Lennon Beatles fan, man.
And you know, some of the quotes that I read, I thought, wow, you know, got a lot of things in common. That's absolutely amazing.
They may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one.
That's right.
Is the key.
Yeah,
sorry, Osman, what are you saying, man? Finish the thing.
I was done.
Sorry.
I was done, but I think, I don't know. It's up to the production house, if or when
It's
they
up
want
to the
go.
audience too.
Look, I mean,
if the
what
audience
it's up to
wants to
now,
be a
I'll be totally honest. What it's up to now? Look,
Yeah.
I mean, we made a valiant effort. It's out there. It's really now in the hands of the audience, and they need to take the charge. We are giving the baton to them. If they go out and if they tell their friends and if they make sure that is at least acknowledged, then
Yeah.
then we're then we can do things. And I think it's really now up to the audience to look at it from the perspective of yeah, I mean, let's be honest. This is a very valiant effort. It's never been done in Pakistan. I think I'll put it up against.
It takes heart.
I'll put it up against any of the science of this genre, right? Yeah, did we have $300 million budgets? No, but we used our creativity, we used our resources, and we used our determination to get something done. Now it's
Our Ayyarness, as it were.
our Ayyarness, exactly. And now it's the audience's job to spread the word, tell the people, make sure that people get to see it, make sure that people do not pirate the
That's
film.
important. That is important.
That's very important, because I think our very existence in this industry depends on it. So yeah, I mean, my thing is, please go see it, and please see it the way it should be seen, really.
And this is the big return of Pakistani cinema, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
A product of fandom. If there's a fan following and the business is successful, people will want to make, or producers will want to see more of something. So the stage is, and the opportunities are, infinite.
And I want to tell the fans, I want to tell the people listening that, listen, please go and watch, because trust me, we have other parts and series and lots of things in the pipeline.
But we need
loaded. Yeah. If you guys go and watch, if this film does well, there'll be lots more to tell.
And please don't download a torrent or go on a website, a cheap website, and watch the movie. Just go to the cinema, guys.
It's made for the cinema. It's made for the big screen. It's no fun at home.
Enjoy the movie, you have to watch it on the big screen.
That's
what's the point of watching it on a website? Yeah.
That's the fun.
And again, right, we've got to keep the art alive as well, you see. So these things, they cost. There's a lot of effort, and we have the same saying in radio, where we discourage people from downloading music. They need to go to the right channels, otherwise it'll just kill the art, guys.
Yeah.
You see,
totally.
Now on that, I just want to wish you guys all the best. Club Asia Radio is going to be supporting this movie. We're going to be putting up a lot of stuff on our social media today and tomorrow. We're going to go and watch this movie, and we're going to be doing our own reviews on this as well. And I want to wish you guys all the best for the future. And please stay in touch with us and let us know in any way that we can support the projects. We're there for you. We're there all the way for you.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you for giving us the opportunity to get the word out. I hope people watch it. I hope people take this to heart and really support it. We have to work as a team, all of us, audience and artists together.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, good luck with it, guys, and look forward to speaking to you guys soon. Thank you so much for joining us on Club Asia.
Thanks, Anjum.
Thank you.
Thank you.